Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. My name is Dustin Cormier, and you're watching another episode of How to Rock Astrology. Today's episode in particular, we're talking about some synastry, something I've been excited to get into. This in particular is North Node synastry, coming from Jan Spiller's Cosmic Love, Secrets of the Astrology of Intimacy Revealed. And today we're talking about what it's like when one person's Mercury is in the same sign conjunct another person's North Node. This is a very important part of synastry, and this book really has this cool soul past life conversation that it talks about. And I should say I'm a tropical Vedic astrologer, so you're going to hear a lot of my consciousness is applying Vedic philosophy, but I use tropical Western measurements. So I use the same signs as I don't do sidereal, if anybody is wondering. As well, in Vedic astrology, it's generally considered that a conjunction is when two planets or points are in the same sign. So if you've got Mercury at 1 degree of Scorpio and your partner's got the North Node at 29 degrees of Scorpio, they're both working through Mars, the ruler, and they are both considered to be conjunct by Vedic reckoning. So this video will be relevant to that. Of course, the closer the orb, the more intensely this is felt, but I think that personally this is, as a Vedic person, it's really just as relevant even if they're like a whole sign away in that sense, as long as they're in the same sign. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about this in two different ways. The first part, we're going to be talking about you being the person whose Mercury is there, and your partner will have their North Node on your Mercury. In the second part of the episode, we're going to talk about what it's like when your North Node is on top of your partner's Mercury. Okay? So let's rock and roll. I've been making... all my videos are too long, so this is my attempt at making a short video. Even these videos end up being like 18 minutes, but whatever. We're going to rock and roll. It's the Scorpio in me, just can't make it short. Anyway... what does it mean in synastry when we are talking about the North Node in relation to another points in another person's chart? When the North Node in one person's chart is conjunct a planet in another's chart, a soul contract has been made to come together in this lifetime for mutual benefit. The North Node person brings the special gift of helping you realize one of your talents. The North Node person functions like a good luck charm by energizing that area of your life ruled by the planet involved. And it's kind of a for better or worse, subjectively speaking, to the Mercury person. If your Mercury is ill-placed, then this person is going to reveal to you the nature of that ill placement, of the difficulty that you have with your Mercury. But as I've been saying in all these videos, light begets light. And while it may be difficult to shine light on the cobwebs of your Mercury, and you might feel antagonized in certain ways, but usually it will be in the planet person's head. In this case, assuming that you have the Mercury or your partner has the Mercury, the person's Mercury is going to be feeling that there's an expectation. Like, I have to be regarded for what my Mercury is supposed to be doing. And, you know, you feel a pressure from the enjoyment of the other person's North Node. But the person's North Node isn't necessarily consciously trying to pressure you in an antagonizing way. They just love whatever planets are going to be there because they've been in the South Node. Their past lives, they've been doing their South Node all this time. And your Mercury is an anchor point to their North Node. because the North Node represents the opposite of where we've been. So the partner with the North Node on top of your Mercury is grabbing that Mercury, and even if your Mercury is ill-placed or whatever difficulties your Mercury expresses is grist for their mill. It's them experiencing data with which to resolve, because that's what the North Node wants to do. It wants to eat the good and the bad, which is why we feel an energy of acceptance coming from anyone whose North Node is on top of one of our planets. We feel accepted for the nature of that planet, whether it's good or bad. But it comes at the price of self-illumination and realizing how we can convey that planet. And if that planet has difficulty, it's going to feel like I don't have that thing that they seem to be enjoying so much. But the antagonism is typically on the part of the person with the planet. It's kind of in your head. You're overthinking that they expect you to have a perfect Mercury, where in reality, they're just showing you that they enjoy all that your Mercury is, and they're going to bring it out of you. And that's why you're going to express your Mercury through them. It's going to be revealed and illuminated to you, and the two of you can discuss and will discuss the best parts of it. In which case, you're just going to feel naturally like it's a resolving energy, where you'll even express the worst side, the ugly sides of your Mercury, whether that's talking too much or not talking enough, or feeling more comfortable not communicating things. And the partner will just make you aware of whatever dimension the illness of Mercury is coming out as. And by doing that, like I said, light begets light in the end, even though it might feel antagonistic for a little bit. If you've got a well-placed Mercury, and that just means that you will be appreciated even more and will want to bring out even more the good dimensions of that Mercury. So, what then is Mercury when it comes to North Node synastry? Mercury is the planet that rules intellect and intelligence in a certain way. It's management, it's boundaries, it's the management of resources, it's the ability to play at being both materially responsible but also spiritually fun. It's the real prince-like energy. Mercury's placement in the chart shows how we think, what interests us, how we approach and solve life's challenges, and how we communicate our thoughts to others, how we communicate generally in the way that we would like to communicate. So, the first part of this video, as I said, is going to be you are the Mercury person, and you have somebody in your life, whether it's a partner, a potential partner, or a father, your mother, an uncle, a provider, your sister, your brother, a friend, a business associate, a teacher, a student. Any of these relationships, somebody can have their North Node on your Mercury. And that person is going to be bringing out your Mercury through lessons in this way. This is you as the Mercury person. The North Node individual, the partner that we're talking about, has come into your life to help you think more clearly, realistically, and openly. On a subconscious level, your soul wants you to grow in your mental capacity. And this person is a catalyst to help you reach a higher level of mental capacity and mental thinking and mental openness. And also playfulness. This is a key word for Mercury, is a prince-like playfulness, where you feel like you're in your element in a world that's not always your element. You can be playful about it, playful about communicating emotions, and dealing directly with important things that need to be talked about in relationships, whether it's business or a personal love relationship. Your mental prowess and openness and playfulness improves, and ideas take shape when you are around this person who has their north node on your Mercury, because they're accepting of and desirous for you to just think openly, to see where your mind would go. Your north node partner stimulates and expands your communication skills while helping you to solve problems through logic, clear reasoning, and spontaneous thought processes. This person will be very supportive of your ideas and understand your underlying worldview. Even if your perspective and mental interests are quite different, this person will be respectful and open to your thoughts. The flow of conversation is easy and natural. You may feel like you've known each other forever, like they could be a brother or a sister, a best friend in a past life. If you've been shy about revealing your thoughts and concerns in the past, you are not likely to feel inhibited by this person. As you develop the habit of lucid thinking and relaxed conversation with this person, you gain confidence in dealing with your other relationships. By receiving their gift and allowing them to help you think more clearly, you return the favor by also getting them to have, they're using your Mercury while they're meeting you. Their north node is energizing your Mercury, but they got to talk to you through their Mercury. So you return the favor, and it becomes a shared blessing of learning how to be open and communicative to both parties. And this is a nice thing that it's always reciprocal when it comes to these types of relationships. Ultimately, not only are you engaging their Mercury, but you're also communicating and opening up the world represented by what they've been missing out on in many past lives by having their north node in that position, right? So that was the first half, or the first part of this video. The second part of this video is going to convey you being the north node person. So if you're watching this now, this means that you have your north node on your partner's Mercury. And that means that you've been stuck in the south node for a long time. And now we've all been stuck in our south node. It's our past lives, which means that anybody with any planet on your north node is going to be an anchor for you to explore the reality that you've been seeking to finally explore in this life. We do our south node to stay alive. It's something we can't really let go of. The north node allows us to integrate how we stay alive in a way that we've been desiring to thrive through. And this person does it through their Mercury. Their Mercury is you're going to see their Mercury very strongly. It's almost like the south node gets lost in a fuzz, but we see any planet or any energy relating to planets in our north node. We see it very clearly. We speak to it very clearly. And particularly when a partner's Mercury is there, our unconscious makes them speak in a way. The north node in you is going to, both of you are going to feel the psychic space when you are talking too much or not talking enough. Because Mercury talks at its best, it talks exactly the right amount. That's why Mercury is exalted in Virgo, and it's debilitated in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is just too much talking when you shouldn't be talking and not enough talking when you should be talking. Mercury in Virgo is precise of the nature of what should be spoken, what should be open to. So this person in your life, whether they're a father, a mother, a teacher, student, any relationship, business partner, lover, what have you, their Mercury is going to bring out your north node, and your north node is going to bring out their Mercury. So what's it like when you are the north node person here? In such a case, your purpose in the Mercury person's life is to help them think more clearly and express their ideas to maximum researched effect. Mercury is a research planet. It actually resonates in some ways with the 8th house. It wants to explore deeply in things, although it does so in superficial, flitty, trying out many varieties of ways, but the many varieties are aimed at etching through the boundaries of our mental understanding, the boundaries of our expression, especially. Spontaneity and playfulness is something represented by Mercury, the prince, in the Vedic pantheon. The prince is one who has the freedom. They don't have Mercury represents like age 6 to 9, or really rather like the proper way to say it is like 6 to 12 years of age, just before puberty, when we are learning to be social from a non-sexual place, a non-devotional, I need to think about connecting with the person for the rest of my life type of place. The prince has its resources, and it wants to move through openly exploring what is going to give me what I need for the rest of my life. This is the nature of the prince before it dons the kingship of owning a certain kingdom. It wants to learn what it is first with the most open playfulness possible, and a confident playfulness. This is what your North Node, is going to enjoy in the other person, and you're going to psychically bring out that state of playful confidence in exploring thoughts and expression in your partner. Even if you don't say a word, your presence energizes their thought processes. They just think better when you're around. You will tend to have comfortable, productive communication with this person. And in the process of talking things out, you can naturally see where they become closed-minded or illogical when dealing with difficult situations. You can both see when they are thinking emotionally, especially because you enjoy their openness. So all of a sudden, when they have an emotional reaction in conversation, you lean back and go, that's not the way that we were communicating before. And then your partner says, what? What? And you go, nothing. We were talking very openly for a moment there, and now it seems like you're really driven in on this thing, and they'll feel that, This allows you to offer valuable insights that empower this person to reach a higher level of clarity in their communication. Don't tiptoe around difficult subjects with this person. Don't antagonize them. Do it in a playful, open way, in a non-judgmental way, which you inherently will, because you're loving anything that their Mercury puts out. Share your thoughts and offer alternative ways of viewing the situation when they get stuck in an old pattern or stubbornly cling to an idea. As you do so, the verbal exchange enlivens you both. And in the process of helping them clarify their thinking, the best in you emerges. You gain new insights into your own life challenges, and the flow of love between the two of you is increased. This can be very useful in love relationships. Synastry runs deep. Like, if this is a Sagittarius rising, then your North Node is on their... If the Mercury person is a Sagittarius rising, and the Mercury is whatever, their Gemini is holding the 7th house cusp. It's the same for Pisces rising. Virgo is holding the 7th house cusp. So the North Node person is energizing the 7th house lord, the holder of the 7th cusp, and that could make this a great arrangement for relationships and marriage potential. Same thing if you've got Gemini or Virgo on the 5th house cusp. Just giving you different ways to think about this, but these are supposed to be short videos, and I'm not making that happen. So, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this. My name is Dustin Cormier. This is How to Rock Astrology. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and keep your eyes peeled, because I always got more stuff coming through the pipe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the flip side.